My name is Anne, I'm French, and I'm the director of Nomadways, one of the organizations that created Circ'Us. Circ'Us is an art project that has a social aim. So the art we use is circus art, of course, so acrobatics, physical theater, clowning, music, aerials and more. The reaction of people when we were performing, they were very dynamic, very integrated, and they were reacting very strongly. They were laughing a lot, being very, scared when some hard acrobatics were happening. There was a lot of strong interaction between the audience and the artists during the show, and this is something quite different from other places we've performed in, especially Europe. Managing 20 artists is a constant discovery that I absolutely love. We have very short time together to learn to know and work together and create something. So this process is what I love most in my job. They connected very strongly from the first day, and already on the first day, whenever they had a break, they started teaching each other some circus tricks and doing some acrobatics on one another, and this is very physical, so they got physically close from the first day, and it kept going on. Each of us developed an intimate relationship to the city. We were living there, we were finding places to eat there every day, and we were going through the city to go from our workplace to our living space every day, and we were 20 artists plus another almost 10 people from the logistic team. So each of those persons had a lot of conversations with people of Port Said. A lot of experiences already, and of course we were always telling everybody, please come to the show, and everybody did. So the first city we didn't really know where we went to. We performed in a very big public park that was very beautiful, green, full of grass. We were a bit afraid because it was in an area that didn't have so many passerbys, so we didn't know how much audience we would have, and until really very little before the show there was no one. And finally, just before the show, the park started making some announcements, and people started coming. And people in New Damietta were also very welcoming of what we proposed. So they were laughing a lot. They appreciated what we showed them a lot. Performing in Farashkor was very different from Port Said. First because we didn't know the city beforehand, and second because the local partner there, the municipality, used our coming and our show for political agenda. They just wanted to disturb our activities. They disturbed the workshop by moving it in a place where they could just see it better from their office, and then they interrupted it so that they could take group photos for their own communication. So they disrespected what we were doing. On the other hand, I believe that this kind of reaction that we encountered is a sign that we went to the right place to perform. What we were doing through this tour with Social Circus is to try to present a new art form to audiences who are not used to it. In Mansoura, we performed in a kid hospital. The workshop went very well. The crew of the hospital was absolutely welcoming. So when we went to Kaferbrut, it was the first village that we were going to perform in, and our arrival felt amazing. The reaction of the local community was very curious and interested and friendly, so we were very much looking forward to perform in Kaferbrut. So even though we had all necessary authorizations, the police just blocked our performing in Kaferbrut and physically locked us into the building where we were preparing for the show. That brought us to the start of an improvised batucada in the building. So artists went to the door that was locked by the police, and on the other side of the door were like lots of kids waiting for us, and so they started playing percussion, very tribal rhythms that were expressing all the frustration and all the energy that they wanted to transmit to the kids. And when the police opened the door, what we decided to do, what we plotted during the batucada, was to indeed go to the buses, but instead of simply going into the buses and go away, we decided to grab our costumes and grab every circus item we could and climb on the top of our two buses so that we could keep performing for the kids, at least on our own buses that were not controlled by the police. I loved Abu Mangu for several reasons. So performing there was already in itself a pleasure and an achievement. So the show in Abu Mangu felt wonderful because so many people were here curious to discover what we had to propose. After Damanhur, we went to Alexandria, and that was a big change because it is a big city. We headed to Cairo, and it was our last show, so expectations were high. We had to sum up all the good things we did during the residency and the tour and put it all on stage for a finale where both the artists and the audience would share and enjoy as much as they possibly could. After the final salute, instead of coming backstage, the artists just like ran to the audience, and the musicians kept playing some happy music, and everybody started dancing together.
It's okay? So, what was the question actually?
Present yourself, please. What's your name, your country, and your skills?
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Carsten. I'm born in a country that people before me called Germany, and they still call it like this. My skills, well, depends. Sometimes I like to wait.
It's very interesting to work with artists from another country because we don't work in the same way and we don't have the same culture. So like this we can mix. Sometimes it's a little bit hard, but it's very interesting. And about the students in the workshop, it's the same. They are very happy to learn new skills.
Mostly I see that we're bringing them joy. They love watching the shows. They get very, very excited to see us, to see the clowns, to see the technical skills that they've never seen before, to see a show that comes to them rather than them going to a show. And then the same with the workshops. We're teaching them new skills and giving them an opportunity to come outside, to play all together, girls and boys, adults and children, teenagers, little kids, everyone together. learning and having fun and laughing.
بالنسبة للمشروع أو الفترة اللي أنا قضيتها في السيرك كان فيها حاجة لطيفة إن إحنا كنا على طبيعتنا جدا. فكرة العفوية، فكرة الحرية في الفن، ما كانش في حاجة اسمها إجبار أو إن أنت تعمل حاجة معينة أنت مجبر عليها، أو فكرة الأب مثلا اللي متعودين عليها في الفن. لا، كان كل واحد بيعمل حاجة اللي هو عايز يعملها، اللي هو قادر يعملها، بس ببساطة أنت بتعملها بطريقة كويسة وبتقدمها، ولو هي فعلا عجبت الناس بيبدأ ان هو يساعدك انك تقدمها للناس.
كل واحد اتحدى نفسه على قد ما يقدر وطور من نفسه وشايف في نفسه سكيلز ما كانش شايفها قبل كده.
I think it was very good for the kids to see circus, to learn about the circus.
I learned another time that there's always a possibility to get along with problems and to solve them.
اتعرفت على ثقافات مختلفة وشفت ناس بتعمل ايه، وكل واحد عنده تالنت مختلفة، ولما نعمل كل ده ونجمعهم مع بعض كده بنطلع حاجة كده عنب.
والله انا شايف ان انا نفسي اتأثرت بالناس، الناس اللي كانت معانا في الورش، اتعلمت منهم وانا علمتهم حاجات، اكيد كلنا اثرنا في بعض.
اتعلمت ازاي اطلع من الاتجاه الحاجة، ما كنتش متخيل ان انا هعرف اشتغل مع مجموعه كبيره.
اول مره اخش تجربه ان انا ابقى فنانه في وسط ناس جنسياتها مختلفه، المانيا او فرنسا او whatever، ابقى فنانه معاهم مش تحت ايديهم، وانا اتعلمت من الحاجه دي يعني الثقه زادت فيا.
I think it was a great experience. Me it was my first social circus experience, so I cannot really compare, but I really learned a lot from everybody. It was a really great cast.
كان مهم ان كل حد يعلم الباقيين جزء بسيط او فكره عن اللي هو بيشارك بيه في المهرجان ده.
كنت جايه في الاول كنت مش عارفه اتعامل شويه، شايفه الموضوع صعب ان انا فجاه اتحطيت وسط ناس، انا خرجت بره كومفورت زون خالص، اتعاملت فجاه مضطره ان انا اتعامل مع ناس كلها ما اعرفهاش وثقافه مختلفه وحياه مختلفه.
Being surrounded by so many different people in a foreign country is just like it fills you. It empowers you.
On this tour, I learned a lot about Egypt because I didn't have any idea about Egypt, and so now I learn a lot.
In Germany, circus, everyone has a picture of circus in their head, and it's maybe not the best one because new circus didn't really arrive in the mainstream yet in Germany, and so people have a specific picture, and here it's a very different picture that they have from us. And so that's really exciting.
I saw very happy kids actually. I mean, they really seem to be overwhelmed by this new input.
صراحة البرفورمانس كلها كويسة جدا، الناس كويسة جدا، أنا أول مرة أشوف حاجة بالروعة دي.
ما عندناش حاجة زي كده كتير يعني، والإيفنت لذيذ ويا ريت لو يتكرر تاني ويبقى عندنا حاجة زي دي تاني منها.
كان أكروبات، كان حلو واتعلمنا حاجات حلوة، وكانت الساوند بينتنج برضو كانت حلوه.
كل يوم انت بتتعلم حاجه مختلفه، ان انت مش عارفه ممكن تتعلم ازاي تحدف كور، تتعلم تلف بالبتاع.
كنت بتفرج على فيديوهات للسيرك على اليوتيوب او على النت، كانت بتعجبني حاجات كتير بس ما كنتش بعرف اطبقها. لما جيت هنا لقيت ناس محترفين كانوا في حاجه غلط بيوجهوني ازاي اصححها او لا، او ايه الصح او الغلط اللي انا بعمله.
الناس كانت لطيفه جدا ومتعاونه، كانت لما اطلب حاجه كانوا ما حدش بيقول لي لا، وكانوا بيفضلوا ورايا لحد ما اعملها.
عموما التجربه كلها كويسه لانها بتتيح الفرصه للناس اللي حابه انها تبرفورم المواضيع بتاعه السيركس انها تشتغل فيها.
أنا كنت معدي من هنا بالصدفة، فكانوا بيذيعوا عن العرض في الحديقة، فأنا دخلت بس استمتعت بالعرض جدا والله. عملوا عروض كتير وربنا يوفقهم يا رب وفي تقدم دايما.
على طول يعني ايوه، الحاجات دي برضك اللي بتخرج الناس من اللي هي فيه برضك وتفك عن نفسهم شويه، ويا ريت يحصل على طول العرض ده يعني.
الموضوع كان بشكل عام كان لذيذ جدا وترفيهي واتبسطت منه جدا.
كانت حاجه مفيده، ثقافات مختلفه بعيدا عن المركزيه، والشارع للناس والشارع للناس ومن الناس يعني.
كل ورشه حضرتها كان فيها تنوع حلو قوي، افكار جديده، اساليب كتير هتنفعني قوي في ان انا اقدر استخدمها في الحكي والتعامل مع الاطفال.
قد ما فيها حاجات متعبه بس اتعلمت منها حاجات كتير قوي.
شكرا لكل اللي كانوا في المدربين اللي كانوا معانا في سيركس ومحطات، وبشكرهم جدا يعني،
وهتوحشوني قوي يعني.